Well, in the spirit of Halloween this month, we are featuring this book this morning. It's called 23 Tales, Appalachian Ghost Stories, Legends, and Other Mysteries from Howling Hills Publishing. The book features tales from 23 writers. Here with more now, book editors Brad Lifford and Terry Shaw. Gentlemen, great to have you on Daytime.
Thanks for having us, Amy.
Very timely.
Yes.
Very timely. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about the publishing company, because that's kind of relatively new venture for you guys too.
Yeah, we started in December. We've always wanted to have a small press, and we thought a good thing to focus on would be nonfiction. Both of us are old reporters. We figure that's in our wheelhouse. And this is our second book, and it's a part-time venture, but we're having a lot of fun with it.
And one of the things I know you guys like to do too is support local.
Sure.
Very involved in our local writers, our local stories, and this book certainly no exception.
That's right. There's probably 6 or 7 local writers amongst the 23 there, Amy, spotlighting some of the local places: Exchange Place, Deary Inn, Barter. Those places are haunted because this is a nonfiction book, so these are real ghost stories.
So let's say that again. This is a nonfiction book, which I feel like when you're reading that, so not only is it a nonfiction book, it's places that you've heard of, places you've been, places you continue to go. So it has to be a big pull, I think, for readers.
Go ahead, Terry.
Sure. I mean, the Barter Theater, we have a great story about that. There are a lot of well-known places. Some of the stories are personal experiences people had that people will be reading about for the first time. Some of them are funny, some of them are scary. It's a nice mix.
And I think you can make the connection. I'm sorry, Amy. I was at Barter Theater just a week or two ago to see Clue. I had read this story about Barter Theater and his first-hand experience, and I immediately made the connection and started looking around for the ghost.
Did you see anything?
I did not, but I certainly am open to it.
But you were you were just looking around, and I thought it was cool too, like a few of the writers too. I mean, when this has happened to them, it's changed their whole lives. I mean, one has like dropped what they were doing, has started another company, looking for ghosts. I mean, it's kind of life-changing when something like that happens to you.
Sure. And they're not all ghost stories. Some of them are just weird stories or odd things that have happened. The two big tests, we wanted them to be real and we wanted them to be interesting. So
what was it like editing this, Brad?
It was, it's interesting. It made me think about things in a different way. You mentioned the person who'd had an experience that changed their life. That's the first story in the book by a writer, Matthew Swords. He didn't believe in ghosts. He was out exploring the countryside. He had an experience, and you're right, it completely changed his life. And so as I was editing this book with Terry, it made me rethink what my beliefs are in ghosts and what do I know. I haven't had an experience, but it made me open my eyes a little bit.
How about you, Terry? Did it open your eyes to some?
I worked at what I would consider a haunted newspaper back in my hometown of Pennsylvania. I mean, not in a bad way, but about half of us, I would be in there at 11 o'clock at night by myself. It was an afternoon paper, and I would hear things, and other people would. About half the people believed it, half the people thought it was nonsense. I was a believer.
Pretty typical, I think. You know, you're always going to have those skeptics, but they still want to read the book. And you guys, of course, are launching this book. You have several things happening, different areas, including the Exchange Place.
That's right. We were just at Exchange Place, which also is one of the stories in the book. It's haunted by a grief-stricken woman. Her name is Annelle. And then we will be at several places throughout October, Barnes & Noble on Friday the 13th appropriately, and then Bristol Public Library on the 15th, the Sunday.
Okay. How about those two places? Anything in there on the Barnes & Noble and the Public Library? You must read to find out, right?
That's right.
All right. Well, congratulations, you guys. Great to have you on the show. We're going to give everybody the information. It is called 23 Tales, and it is available at howlinghillspublishing.com. For more information, too, on some of their book signings as well coming up in the month of October, you can go to their website. Great to have you guys.
Amy, thanks for having us.
Thank you.